Ayo, welcome in CHGO Bets Daily, presented by DraftKings Sportsbook, America's top-rated sportsbook. Download the app today and use promo code CHGO when you sign up. Welcome into a weird version of CHGO Bets Daily. It should have been remote, but my remote, the whole remote thing doesn't work for me, so I had to come into work. Welcome in. It's CHGO Bets. We're going to gamble and win you money. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. Alongside me is Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. Looking good in your pins and aces gear, sir.
Oh, yeah. I've been the biggest pins and aces guy since the moment we became pins and aces guys at CHGO. My favorite part of being a pins and aces guy was the stuff that Pins and Aces sent to our office, in which I was there at the right time and snagged some stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't. Rub it in my face, Cody.
I'm not trying to rub it in your face. I'm just
looking good. It's looking good.
Thank you.
Hey, those fine folks sent us over some nice stuff. So I know I'll be getting some gear soon. So no one's upset. No one's upset because Pins and Aces is our friends. But looking good. We are going to set you up nice today. I'm pretty peeved, as you could tell, Cody, from the hat. White Sox guy. Rained out though, so I'm a little bummed. That's the games I have the biggest edge on. You and Lawrence were talking about your losses. I had a pretty good night yesterday. Can't lie. When Giannis was announced out, I ran to our good friends over at DraftKings Sportsbook, and I placed a nice wager on the Heat to win that game. They won by 13. Should have took the line of -3. Giannis goes out, and that only puts the Heat at a -3 or a 3.5 point favorite. I don't know about that. But yeah, now Jimmy Butler's got the Bucks in his sight. I think he's trying to kill them. So hey, maybe we do some NBA playoff bettings. But also going to the White Sox game, I'm very excited because DraftKings Sportsbook is offering 2 25% live boosts tonight for the fine folks. And yesterday,
baseball, right?
For baseball, yes, for MLB, and took advantage of that yesterday watching the White Sox Orioles game. My lock of the night was Grayson Rodriguez over 5.5 strikeouts, and he got through the first with only 1, and the line got down to over 3.5. Used that 25% boost, got it nearly at plus 100, and not only did he go over 3.5, but he went over 5.5. So when it's a lock, folks. So even if it doesn't happen, it doesn't follow the perfect script. He doesn't strike out all of the first 6 straight batters, double down. So let's go. Let's ride.
Sure. Yeah, I forgot that those boosts were available yesterday, but I did hit the hit parlay yesterday. The Cubs hit parlay did hit, and it hit fairly quickly. I think it hit in the first 3 innings. And that's when the hit parlay hits like that. That's when you put together a beauty. So trying to go build off that. But yeah, I had a same game parlay for the Nuggets and whoever the heck they're playing, Timberwolves last night. Every leg hit except for Jokic over 7.5 assists. And he came back in the middle of the fourth quarter. They were killing him because they had a huge third quarter. They're destroying the Timberwolves. Comes back in, luckily, but then picks up 2 fouls and fouls out within a matter of seconds. So, it's gambling, I guess. It was brutal, though, because I was so close.
I'll say this. You could sum up my gambling weekend by saying that my hit parlay on Friday included Dansby Swanson, and Dansby Swanson struck out 5 straight times.
So, and he struck out like 2 more times the next day. He struck out like 6 or 7 straight plate appearances against the Dodgers, and somehow the Cubs won 2 out of 3. That's when you know things are going well for the Northsiders, but if that happens.
Hey, things are going good for the Northsiders. 3 straight series wins? Very excited to talk to you about your Cubbies and them going to Oakland, because that's a team that's 3-13. So it might be 4 straight series wins for you. Great to see the Law Dog also appear.
It's very weird that you're in that chair up there, and it's like I feel like you're doing my job for you, but yet I'm doing your. I don't know what's happening. It's very.
What I find funny too? I feel like you need to switch Cody and I, because look at the logo down here. Cody's on the left side, and I'm on the right side.
Okay.
So we're kind of opposite here. Yeah, there you go. Now we're matching the actual See, and now I'm facing the right way. This is a lot better. This just feels nicer. Hi, Cody. How are you? So yeah, no, I don't know.
Just aesthetically pleasing, or aesthetically, like the driver of the show is always
no, I get it.
that side. So this is now confusing, but I'm gonna just walk away. That's fine.
But you walk away, and now look. See, we match up to the logo. Anyways, the only thing too that I was a little bit bummed about, and I might be looking to do this for more NBA games, but leading scorer prop for that game, Jamal Murray to be the leading scorer was at 4-1. So, and he ended up scoring 24. He was the only person to score 20 points in that game. Like Jokic
he didn't have the best first half. He had 9 at the end of the first half, but he had only made 2 or 3 field goals. So he had a lot. He had put up a lot of shot attempts, but it was. I was actually like one of my legs in my parlay was him over 19.5, and even though he had 9 at halftime to see what his shooting percentage was, I was like, oh boy, this might not be good. And then they come out hot in that third quarter, and he was a big part of it. So, yeah, I mean, the Nuggets are really good. The Timberwolves, they're in shambles. I think the Nuggets are going to at least win that series in 5. So.
Yeah, probably. I mean, and you could probably bet on that. It might be when you make calls like that, Cody, and that's when I run to DraftKings Sportsbook, because then it's like, win in 5, it's probably plus money if you make a call like that.
The best series I think we'll get in the first round, and one of those games is tonight, is the Kings and Warriors game. I think the Kings won by 3 last night. De'Aaron Fox 38 points. Then you had Steph and Clay going off. I don't know how many threes they had combined, but they made a lot. I mean, there's a 126 to 123 game. There's a lot of offense. And both cities that they play in are literally, an hour, 2 hours away from each other. I think
the same state.
Yeah, same state, obviously. Like, I could see that series going 7. That'd be fun. So.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised to see that after game 1, you see the Kings at home money line dogs. You can get them right now at plus 110. I rode them on the money line last time. They did give us an early win, DraftKings Sportsbook, and I ended up riding the Kings just because the Warriors were known for being a bad road team. So I thought the Kings might get out to a 10-point lead, but thankfully they won that game 1.
The early win bet, it was the most beautiful thing I saw all weekend, and of course I hit it because I bet it on the Knicks.
Let's go.
But why did it go away? Can't it be every night, please?
It's a Saturday night special for you.
DK keeps losing all their money because of that.
I know.
I couldn't tell you the last time I lost one of those things. That's
they are the best. Yes.
It's an immediate, like, I might just start just betting my bankroll on those, like whatever. I just start maxing those out because literally I've never lost on those. They don't even have to win the damn game.
No.
They just have to start hot. I love it. I know you got some money on Clay tonight. So again, I mentioned DraftKings Sportsbook. Then we'll hit Cody's hit parlay because you can win a ton of money on that. I'll give some of the leans that I have for MLB, and then you can watch the live lines and try to boost those 25%. But there are some NBA boosts. 9+ threes for Steph and Clay. That's at plus 100. Also Harden double boosted to plus 100. And there's also an NBA same game parlay. And if it doesn't hit, you get a bonus bet back up to $10. But what are you riding with Clay?
I'm actually taking his points over, and I'm going to suggest that he's going to hit a lot of threes tonight. That's my play.
All right.
So 20. I think it's like.
I like the bonus, or not the bonus, but the boost that they're offering for that play. I like it more than James Harden to get a double-double. That's for sure.
Yeah, I know. I'm not betting on James Harden. He's a loser. Mark Carmen's watching the show. He says, should I cash out my Lakers bet to win the Western Conference at double my money or ride it out? It's 14-1. You don't take 2-1. Not yet. I mean, I wouldn't.
It's a 14-1. Not bad, though. Like, it depends on how much you can cash out for.
He can cash out for currently to double his money.
Oh, double his money. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read the entire thing. Again, depends on how much you put on there. But
How hurt is Ja? I haven't seen anything. Is he out?
No, he's fine. I mean, it's.
I think the Lakers have a good chance to actually win that series, but I still lean Grizzlies.
I don't know. I mean, they're up one game, so I would say I think teams that win game 1 have like a 68%
true
hit rate of winning the series. So I would just say at least just try to get to round 2 and then see what the matchup is. And if you don't like the matchup, then cash out because then it's probably going to at least be 4-1.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't play.
That would be the best advice.
Or just ride it out and, maybe the Lakers will win.
Like if you really think the Lakers are going to win that series. Then
and it is to win the West, but not round 1. But
I don't think they're going to the finals, so cash it out at some point. But the fact that he placed the bet is smart betting.
But what does it say about the Lakers when you have a player that's not named LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and they're running around screaming, "I'm him"? I mean, you have all that talent, and one of the other guys that's going crazy with power. I don't know. Maybe they have enough. It's no longer the LeBron James and Anthony Davis show. It's the Rui Hachimura and Austin Reeves show. I mean,
it's wild.
I mean that's the horse I want to ride.
Sure. I mean, yeah. I don't got much of. You know how I feel about cashing out, but in terms of future bets, if it gives you the opportunity to cash out, and depending on how you feel, then more power to you. At least you're getting something back for it. But I mean, for double the money that you put down, I mean, that's not bad. It's not bad at all.
I always thought Carm was a huge Bulls and Jordan guy, but clearly, if he's betting on the Lakers to win 25-1, he's also a huge LeBron and Laker guy.
He actually became a huge LeBron fan.
No, it was his his way to balance out his hate for them. He
I know.
Bet on them, so
I said that and then winked after. You guys must have.
Sorry.
All right, and sorry for the ignoring the chat. I did just see.
You got a lot of people.
Shout out to Jordo, Edward, Jerome, and our guy Bull King up there. He's got Knicks, Heats, Clippers, win on the road. The only win home is the Kings and Denver Nuggets so far in the playoffs.
Hey, I watched some of the games. I haven't watched them all. I was pretty impressed by the Knicks, to be honest, but it's the Knicks, so I don't know. I have a really bad feeling on this NBA playoffs. I don't feel great about anyone really, except for Denver. Denver's the only team that I feel like has earned that trust. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think the Sixers aren't going to have a problem with the Nets.
Well, yeah. I mean, I was talking, I guess, just my overall feel. But yeah, you're right. The Sixers should beat the Nets, honestly, in 4. The record, the reason that the seed that they got was largely because of KD and Kyrie. They were 11-13 or something like that after the trade deadline or whatever. So they're not great. They're as mid as anything. So, I think Harden will be able to get past this series, even though he's known for just completely falling apart in the playoffs. So he'll be fine in this series.
I am going to add one bet for the NBA, and I would lean Kings money line just because I liked them in game 1. I don't really know what's changed from game 1 to game 2. I guess Wiggins is getting a little bit more healthy.
Experience on the other side,
right? Wiggins is a little bit more healthy, but the Kings don't give a shit. I mean, that's the past, and I understand it's the reigning champs, but I mean, it's even why I might be looking to fade. Who are the reigning champs in hockey? No, I'm forgetting. Lawrence.
Avalanche,
especially with Landeskog going down. They might just drop out in the first round. I might just look to fade them. So, I mean, last year doesn't mean anything for this year. So I would just lean, especially at home. They might realize this is our best chance to truly, help ourselves out because, the Warriors are probably going to win 2 in San Francisco or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, I always like to lean those home teams in the playoffs, especially.
Now it's a plus 115.
Yeah. I just think the way Vegas sees it is, that Warriors team, when adversity hits, historically, they've bounced back in big ways, especially last year. They obviously not as good this year in terms of their seeding and stuff like that, but it's hard to bet against Steph and Clay and Wiggins and Jordan Poole too. So, I mean, I think
Jordan Poole questionable
in that game. I think you take the over again. I mean, with the amount of points put up in game 1, why not take the over again?
240. It's at
a lot of points.
A lot of points.
But
My actual NBA bet, no, thank you, Lawrence, for jumping in and saying Jordan Poole is questionable. My actual NBA bet, it's an alt line on assist for Spencer Dinwiddie. 10 plus assists for Spencer Dinwiddie at plus 150. I like this play in what's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 5 of the last 7 games, he's played 30 or more minutes. And in those 5 games, he's had 10 or more assists. And the only other ones were 7. He did have 7 in the last game. I think, that offense just runs through him a ton. They're not going to try to give up. I mean, they're going to try to keep trying to score as many points as possible. So I like Dinwiddie just to move and facilitate that ball. And I like him to go over 10 plus assists at plus 150 over at DraftKings Sportsbook.
Okay. I don't hate it. Do we want to get to
baseball? Glad you don't hate it because it's a great bet.
Yeah.
It's a lock, baby.
Yeah, I agree. Manifest it for you.
What's up?
I said I'll manifest it for you.
Oh, I already did it. Don't worry. I got to send you the soap. My girlfriend's got this soap. It's green like money. So you're manifesting money basically.
Is it called Irish Spring?
No, it's from Lush. It's called what is it called? It's something real stupid and dumb.
Okay, well, how about we hit up that DraftKings read, and then we'll go talk Cubs and A's. Huh?
Lawrence, there isn't a DraftKings read.
I thought we already read it.
Okay, never mind then.
I've just been trying to plug them as much as possible. All these damn boosts,
boosts.
Gamble responsibly, but there's no actual. Hey, do a DraftKings read. It's just they're our presenting and outro sponsor. So all of these bets are on DraftKings Sportsbook. Again, use code CHGO when you sign up. Bet $5 on any money line, and if your team wins, you get $150 in bonus bets instantly. And Lawrence built up his bankroll using all his bonus bets when he signed up for DraftKings Sportsbook. So it is a great way to build that bankroll and try to take some shots. And hey, plus 150 for Spencer Dinwiddie is a great thing to try to turn a bonus bet into some actual cash. Let's go to the hit parlay. Cody, what's the current record?
I think we're 2-4 because I don't think we won the last one. It's what we did it last Thursday. It's been 4 days. I think we're 2-4.
2-4.
I think we're 2-4.
What are you? No. What are you? Because you're
what
Cubs
am I?
One.
Me.
We'll go to the Cubs one first.
I'm 11-13 on all hit parlays that I have done. That includes our show hit parlays. So just 11-13. And won yesterday. So we're trying to make it 2-0 in our last 2. So should I start with the Cubs hit parlay tonight?
Yeah, hit with your Oakland A's Cubs parlay.
All right. So the Cubs and A's play tonight, 8:40, Marquee Sports Network. Let's go. I'm going with Nico Horner, Dansby Swanson, and Patrick Wisdom all to get a hit. Patrick Wisdom coming off 3 straight days of hitting a homer, and they're facing a lefty tonight. The big thing about Patrick Wisdom this year that perhaps some people haven't noticed is he has the highest FWAR of any Chicago Cub right now, which is wild to think about. And a large part of that is because he's just making more contact, putting the ball in play a lot more. He's hitting the ball hard wherever he hits it. Again, going up against a lefty tonight, the A's stink. I'm trying to get rid of any sort of letdown situation in my head because I could see it happening, but I feel pretty good going into this game, winning 2 out of 3 against the Dodgers. And Wisdom, again, 3 straight days where he had a homer. I'm just asking for him to get a hit. And Nico Horner and Dansby Swanson, again, going up against a lefty, they've just been great at the top of the order so far this year, and they have the highest odds to get a hit tonight. Very huge favorites in Vegas to get a hit tonight for that game specifically. So 3-leg parlay comes out to plus 165. And that's without using the bonus or the boost. I didn't use a boost on it because I had a $10 bonus bet back from my Nuggets loss that I put on this. So $10 to win $16.50. Let's manifest.
Very good. Let's ride. And shout out to Jack R, who's in the chat. I do feel a little bit worse. I don't know. I mean, he said Kings will win the NBA title, but Warriors will win tonight, and that's a lock. We know Jack R picking future champions doesn't always turn out well. Guardians. Did he have Indiana to win the dance as well?
Yeah, I believe so.
I don't know, Jack. Kings to win NBA title. Ooh, maybe, just maybe.
For the sake of my family who live in Sacramento, I'd be happy for him.
That'd be sweet. Hey, I mean, I was a huge fan of the 2002 team. Mike Bibby, Doug
Peja, baby. Peja
Stojakovic, of course. Chris Webber, Vlade Divac. Yeah. And Vlade Divac then came back as their general manager and ran him in the ground.
Jack did say that he had Warriors last year, and I do remember him having the Warriors last year.
There you go. Oh, and San Diego State University, which they didn't. I mean, technically they didn't win.
Maybe he had him as a Final Four pick.
But hey, I was also very proud of my San Diego State future call as well. I also had
that you didn't place.
That I didn't place. I had four futures and I didn't place any of them, and two of them went to the title game. Anyways, so I didn't mean to bag you, Jack R. I was gonna call him Josh. That was the wrong name. I'm gonna cash out while I'm up.
I have another same game parlay for Cubs and Athletics tonight. Like I said, I'm huge on Patrick Wisdom get a hit. It's at -145, and the way that he's playing right now, I just feel like those odds are so low. And the fact they're going up against a lefty, and it's a lefty from the Oakland Athletics, -145. Explain it to me, Vegas, like I'm 5 years old. I don't get it. Then we're going Nico Horner 2+ total bases, Hayden Wesneski 4+ strikeouts, and Kyle Muller, the lefty, going for Oakland to allow 5+ hits. Wesneski, he hasn't been great. Let's be real. He hasn't been very good. Didn't even make it out of the second inning in his last start. But again, going up against Oakland, a team that just isn't good at all, won 3 games. I think this is a really good spot for him to regain some confidence. The guy has a high ceiling. High ceiling. I'm not out on him yet. So I'm trying to manifest him being good tonight with 4 strikeouts at least. And then Horner 2 total bases. If you take that as a single bet, it's at plus like 105. It's not bad. And he's going to be leading off, so he'll get lots of opportunities. So I could see him hitting a double. I could see him hitting 2 singles tonight. And again, going against the lefties, a right-handed batter, I just feel like he sees lefties very well. So that's
and top of the lineup too. And there'll be 9 full innings for them because they'll be in Oakland. That's one too where if he, maybe hits a line out, whatever, ground out in his first at bat, that might be one where I run to DK and be like, all right, I'm going to throw a 25% boost on this too. Cause then, I'll have less at bats to work with. But, if you do think that they might run out Muller, they're going to get to that Oakland A's bullpen and let's eat.
He has like a 5 ERA right now. And every start he hasn't made it through the 5th. So, I feel good about the Cubs offense right now. I mean, they've
Cody, I'd love to win. I would love for my team to win a series. I'm so proud of you guys winning 3 straight. That's insane. We haven't won 1.
I know, man.
I'm so proud of you. I mean, this is great. I mean, Patrick Wisdom hitting all these homers. Corey and Brendan were just, gushing on that podcast. I watched that last night. Those guys were just, and then he brought his graphs in, but oh my goodness, that was one hell of a show. And just, they were gushing about Patrick Wisdom and all the homers he was hitting.
Well, he's been playing better than anyone really expected. I was just hoping he could be, a really solid power presence down at the bottom of the lineup, but here he is playing well defensively at third base and, again, making a lot more contact this year, which I think is a big part of him and the strikeouts decreasing because that was a big thing against him is he struck out way too much these last 2 years. So just riding the high hand, honestly, with Patrick Wisdom. 4-legger comes out to plus 500. So I like it. Let's ride. Those are the 2 plays for the Cubs game tonight.
Best of luck. Let's get into the hit parlay, the show hit parlay. We're not going to talk about the past record because, you know what, it is 2-4, but I think the last show hit parlay that we did, we went 0-4 on all of the hitters. So that means we're due, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, woof.
We're absolutely due tonight.
We're due.
We're so due. Man.
So I'll take this, and then you could go to your 2. I'll just start with the easy one. Mookie Betts, lifetime versus David Peterson, the left-hander for the Mets. He is 1-2. His career batting average versus left-handers 2 94. This year, he nearly averages a hard hit around 94.2 miles per hour exit velocity off left-handers' fastballs. I believe both his sinker, David Peterson's sinker, and four-seam fastball have barrel percentages over 15%. And David Peterson this year has a hit per nine of 11.7. Cody, we look at all of these hitters. We go through all of these games. We try to find guys with over 0.5. This is an MVP. Take Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts was the easiest pick for me by far. Then we're going to go to Colorado.
To some guy that I've never heard of.
I was so glad that you didn't pick somebody from Colorado. I was like, oh, you went with Nolan Arenado. I took a deep breath. I was like, oh, okay, he doesn't play for Colorado anymore. But Rich Hill. Who doesn't love betting against Rich Hill? And where is Rich Hill playing? Coors. Where do hitters love to hit? Coors. This guy's going to get tanked. And you know why DraftKings Sportsbook knows that as well? Like every hitter in the Colorado lineup is over 1.5 hits. Chris Bryant, CJ Crone, left-hander Charlie Blackmon, over 1.5 hits. Elehurst Montero, and I hope I'm saying that right. I think it. I have the pronunciation pulled up over here to make sure I got this right. It's Eleuris Montero. My bad. From the Dominican Republic. The Dominican Republic. He's 24. He's a right-hander. He reminds me a lot of Yermin Mercedes in the way that it seems like he struggles against velocity. But looking at StatCast, looking at stuff from anything around 88 to 84 miles per hour, which is where Rich Hill lives with his fastball, he has in Coors a batting average of 333. He puts a ton of balls in play. He has a strikeout rate of 2.6. What he tries to do is put the ball in play. In Coors, that's the best place to do it. And you're going up against Rich Hill, who isn't really going to be overwhelming you, with velocity. Really won't be looking to strike you out. He'll be looking for you to try to make weak contact. Elehurst Montero, I think he's probably going to have at least 2 shots to get a hit in a big ballpark. I like it, especially with DraftKings just thinking every other hitter is going to bash Rich Hill. Why can't Montero? Why not us?
Yeah. See, I wanted to choose Charlie Blackmon because he has decent numbers against Rich Hill throughout his career.
I was actually going to bring him up.
But he's 1.5. And the fact that it's a lefty versus lefty and he's still 1.5, like that's as telling as ever. So,
I think I'm going to sprinkle a home run bet on him tonight. He's 3 for 9 lifetime against Rich Hill. 2 of the balls have left the park. So
are those in? Let me do some digging and see if those are in Coors or not.
Doesn't matter.
But hey, again, you said do a DraftKings Sportsbook read. Just make sure you're on the app when the game's starting because you can bet live like the first at bat or first or second at bats to be homers. If you think he's going to homer off Rich Hill, don't take the game prop of him to hit a homer at plus, what is it, 340?
It's like plus 600.
Plus 600. I mean, it's probably going to be like 14 to 17 to 1 just straight up for him to homer in the first or second at bat.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Boost it by 25%. You could probably get it to like 20 to 1. I mean, it's probably worth the double sprinkle on the first 2 at bats.
That's Sean Anderson being smart.
Hey, we try. But I mean, again, you're trying to pick a guy to hit a homer. It's just tough.
The odds of Rich Hill allowing like balls in play in this game are very high. And that benefits everyone. Now, the only thing that might not benefit everyone is if he can get guys to hit ground balls, which is, I'm pretty sure is what he is. He's more of a ground ball pitcher. Then things might not go his way. But I do expect some offense. I mean, it's Coors. But at the same time, I wanted to choose someone from the Pirates, and then I was looking at Kyle Freeland. Dude's been great at Coors so far this year. Doesn't make any sense because it's Coors, but he's been great. So I honestly wouldn't be surprised, I guess, if this one is underwhelming because I've been beaten this. I've lost parlays because of the Colorado Rockies before. So anyway,
real quick, I want to update the Charlie Blackmon thing, and then we'll get into your final 2 hitters. The last 4 at-bats, they haven't played each other since 2018, but Charlie Blackmon's last 4 at-bats versus Rich Hill. Home run, strikeout swinging, double to right field. So he's 3 for 4 in his last 4 at bats, and he's got 3 extra base hits. And even though it was 5 years ago, guess where those games were?
Coors.
Hey. So maybe just hammer Charlie Blackmon over total bases tonight as well. All right, kill this hit parlay.
So my 2 of the show hit parlay, Dansby Swanson. I already kind of talked about it. Lefty going up against the Cubs tonight. Swanson had 3 hits yesterday. He kind of struggled over the weekend against LA, but overall he's been really good. Getting hits. I thought he's due for a homer. I hate doing home run bets, but I wouldn't be surprised if he finally got one over the fence sometime within the next 3 days. He's never faced Muller, but I just like the matchup, so I'm rolling with him because we had to choose a Cubs player. Nolan Arenado, batting .400 and about 10 at bats against the Cardinals are facing. I forgot who the Cardinals are facing. It's Flaherty versus
Merrill Kelly.
Merrill Kelly. Thank you. That's who I was thinking of. I know the Diamondbacks have been pretty good. Their starting pitching has been very good. But Nolan Arenado is he's probably their best offensive threat for the Cardinals right now, the way he's playing right now, batting over 300. I like him to just get a hit tonight for sure, somewhere in there. I know Goldschmidt's out; he's not in the lineup tonight, so they're going to be hoping that he provides a lot more offense than normal. And again, it doesn't surprise me. I think he's got a home run against Kelly as well. So yeah, we're riding these 4 at plus 291. And God, can we please get one? We're due.
We are due. Plus 291 again, like you mentioned. And you also have the boost for the same game parlay. So was it originally at plus 500, that Cubs one?
No, it was at
you boosted it.
It's a plus 400 up to plus 500.
There you go. So
25% boost because it was a 4-legger.
Make sure you're boosting on DraftKings Sportsbook, downloading the app, and new customers, when you sign up, use code CHGO. If you bet $5 and your team wins, you get $150 in bonus bets. And you can tail the hit parlay. You can tail Cody's same game parlay. You can tail his Cubs hit parlay, which all 3 of those are different bets. We also have Spencer Dinwiddie.
Do I know what single bets are these days? No, I don't.
No. But we do have one single bet. Spencer Dinwiddie, 10-plus assists tonight in the 76ers and Nets game. We also like Charlie Blackmon. Not sure. Lawrence, what are you officially going to take? You're going to wait? You can do my strategy? What are you doing?
I do like your idea of doing it live on the first at bat and just like a homer bet for the first or second at bat, or both.
So what time does that start? 7:10?
7:40.
7:40.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I will
keep an eye out on that. And then
set an alarm.
I almost did. I literally almost did. So
his total bases prop is at plus 100. So
over 1.5.
Yeah, over 1.5 is just at plus 100. So it's plus money. You know how we feel about plus money.
We like it.
I feel like that's
in course.
I think that's the safest play because I think he could hit a double just in his first at bat at the very least. So
yeah. I mean, I just worry. The guy he's hit the ball pretty decently this year. No, he hasn't. I mean, I don't know. Is Charlie Blackmon even good anymore? That's my question.
People are asking. My other bet tonight would be Clay 25 plus the alt point line is at plus 130.
Okay.
I mean, his number's 22.5. If he goes off tonight, he's going to have 25. So
absolutely,
it is again the Steph and Clay like three pointers combined boost.
Yeah, there's that one. That one's 9 plus made threes goes to plus 100, which
Steph had 6 in game 1.
Worth a sprinkle.
Yeah, so I think it's worth taking. I did make a same game parlay X for the NBA tonight because you get a free no sweat bet. I'm going Tobias Harris over 11.5 points. Joel Embiid 1+ block. That comes out to minus 120. And then in the Warriors and Kings game, De'Aaron Fox 1 steal, Domantas Sabonis over 10.5 rebounds. He had 16 rebounds in game 1, and Fox had 3 steals in game 1. So you got those two together, comes out to plus 188. $10 wins you 28. So it's not super giant, juicy odds, but I think it has a good shot.
I'm a little frustrated. The one final bet I was going to add was a Lars Nootbaar bet. He does really well against lefties. Last year, his career average versus righties was like 215. His average against lefties was like 273. Betting 6 tonight for the Cardinals. I thought you'd like. I checked the Cardinals lineup on Twitter, and the first comment was people bitching about Wilson Contreras. So don't worry. People hate him in his new home.
Am I surprised by that?
But I guess if anything, Lars Nootbaar over 1.5 hits plus runs plus RBIs at minus 105. But again, I might wait to do something live with that. But he's been good so far, and he just came off the IL, and he obviously had a great World Baseball Classic. So I think he's fresh and ready to hit. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's CHGO Bets Daily. That's Cody Delmendo. You can follow him on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. That's Lawrence Benedetto, our producer. You can follow the Law Dog on Twitter at Law on the Draw. Law on Draw?
Law on the Draw.
I knew it. Again, follow him there. And we appreciate everyone for hanging out with us. JJ, Jack R, Edward, Furious Jeff, Nolan, and I believe even Jerome and Mark Carmen, obviously, up there as well. We'll talk to you tomorrow when we are millionaires.